Hello, my name is Chet from Chet's Cleaning. Today's tutorial is going to be on pre-testing upholstery before you do any spot cleaning. This test is very safe and effective for spot cleaning, but you need to do more testing if you want to clean your entire piece of upholstery, in which case most of the time I'd recommend hiring a professional. Spot cleaning is so that you don't have to call out a professional every time you get a little chocolate spot or a drip on your upholstery. What I'm going to show you is a very extensive test using a lot of different spotting solutions. This is a kit we sell because there's basically 5 categories of stains that occur in a household. Most of those stains are water-based, but you need a specific spotting solution for each type of stain. If you buy a general cleaner, let's say Resolve, it's made to try to remove all those stains, but it's way too strong for most upholstery and most nice carpets. So I recommend using the proper products. So just to show you the test, I'm going to use all the products because you only have to do this test once if you keep a record or you just know all of them are safe. So basically we're testing for water, because even water is not safe on all upholstery, a grease, gum, and tar remover in case you get lipstick or something that's of that nature, a pet stain remover, which works for all of our fluids that come out of a body from a pet or a human, coffee and tea remover, a juice and dye remover, so it's most of your beverages that have coloring, and then a general spotter. That's the one we use most of the time, but we usually have to go to one of the specialty ones if the general spotter's not working. So I've already put the test products on all of these pieces of paper towel, but what I'm going to do is just show you what I did initially. So I put my product, this one happens to be General Spotter, on a piece of paper towel. You can rip them off if you want. I cut them to be neat. I fold the paper towel so I'm on the front and the back of the fabric. The back of the fabric usually doesn't have as much protection as the front, so it gives you a better test. The idea here is I take a paper clip the fabric or the paper towel to the fabric. I'm going to wet it out even a little more so it's fully saturated if I want to be very thorough. Now I have to get that dry. Bring in a hairdryer, dry those completely. This is imperative that you get it completely dry. It's during the last moments of drying that the colors from a fabric tend to migrate from that fabric. So what we have to do is get it 100% dry. So for the sake of speed, I've already got another cushion. I've already done the test. So the idea here is, I remove my paper towels, I carefully inspect them, and if I see even a tinge of color, then I would know the product that I used was unsafe for that fabric. So all you have to do is make a permanent note. You can put a sticker on the upholstery, or if you have a book for your inventory of your house, write it in the book. In this case, all my products were safe. So what I would do is I'd zip it back up. I have one more test to do, because ultimately when I'm using these products, I'm going to rinse them out when I'm done working. I'm going to be much more aggressive when I'm working on my spot test than I will when I'm working on the face. And you'll see those videos later. But right now, what I'm going to do is going to rinse where I've used all my spotting solutions on the side of the cushion. So I'm going to turn on my little spotting machine. I recommend everybody have one of these. They usually come with like a little brush or scrub head. Remove that. Most of the time when you're working on upholstery, even carpet, you don't need any more agitation. Less agitation is the key to not distorting fibers and carpets and in upholstery. So I'm going to put it on. So I have a vacuum and a spray jet. So all I'm going to do is rinse the back of my upholstery. I'm going to do this thoroughly several times. You'll see in our actual spotting videos, we're much more delicate than what I'm doing here. When I'm doing my testing, again, I can't stress it enough, I'm being much more aggressive on my test than I would on the fabric. The exception to this is if I don't have a loose cushion and I've got to work on an exposed area of an item because it's fully upholstered. In that case, my test I'll be using Q-tips instead of pieces of paper towel with my cleaning solution, and I'll be doing very small dots on that upholstery looking for changes. Even a Q-tip will ring out to an inch-size spot, so you have to be even careful with that, so find a very inconspicuous area to work. So I'm going to go back to this cushion. I've saturated my spot cleaning solutions on inconspicuous area. I've let them dry. I made sure they weren't going to bleed into the paper towel. I've thoroughly rinsed and extracted. Now I have to dry it again. So this is a long, tedious process. Again, you only have to do this one time on any piece of fabric that you have in your house. So I recommend the first time you have to spot clean it, do the test, spin the half an hour, make sure it's safe. From that point on, I can always safely go in and I know what products I can use safely on this upholstery. There's one more thing I didn't explain in this test. This fabric doesn't have a nap, so there's no way to change the texture. It's what we call basket weave. There's a lot of chenilles and velvets on the market today. So what I did is I put a drop of water right here. This happens to be viscose, very difficult fiber to work with. It's actually paper. So I put a drop of water there, and if you can see in the film or in the video, you'll see there's a little white dot. It's shiny. Sometimes it's shiny, sometimes it's dull, but on any velvets or chenilles, you can change the texture. So I'm going to show you what happened. So that dot was hard to see, so what we did is we just took this tool, sprayed just plain water, we never even used a spotting solution, and just went across the fabric. You can see I permanently distorted that fabric. Now, as a professional, I might be able to bring some of that back, but generally speaking, what I tell people, when you're doing your test, if you see any change in that whatsoever, that's when you call a professional. And let them know that you were nervous about that so they test more thoroughly. But if you do these tests ahead of time, you can safely pre-test your fabrics and have very good luck removing spots and stains.